We are back. I didn't sleep at the end of our last video. Here we are, sleeping. So, as you may recall, I said we were going to go down to the mine. See, those cocoa beans are already starting to get pretty close to mature. Some of them have matured, as you can see. I go up there, I tap it real quick like, and it breaks. It drops 3-ish. I've got nowhere to put all those seeds. We're going to have to make another place to hold stuff real soon. Alright. Let's eat some of this bread. Our delicious bread that we grew in our field over here. Starting to look a little civilized, isn't it? Don't worry, we're not through yet. We should get ourselves a couple of picks before we go down, I think. Put it in a T shape. Bam. Not where I want it, but there we are. Okay. Let's go on down. Oh, there was something else I was going to show you. I was going to show you stairs. Let's see, we need to get to work on that. That'll take a minute. 3, 4, 7. Okay. When we come back up, we'll have what we need to make stairs. So, as you see while I'm running down these stairs, I can really move pretty fast. I got lots of headroom. That's important. I'll show you why shortly. So I got down to the bedrock. Here we are, bedrock. Put a little dark slate down there. And here's our entrance to our mines. And you can see, just digging out the beginnings of these mine shafts, I've already found a pretty nice, impressive amount of stuff. This one here got pretty long and I hadn't found anything yet. But I ran out of picks, so I decided to come up. But you can see I've got a nice long mine shaft here with a wall. The wall starts here. I've got a nice long mine shaft with a wall right here. So all 4 of these blocks, we can see all 4 of those blocks all the way down. We don't have to bother carving them out because this mine shaft here and this mine shaft here let us see them. And the way I lay things out, it works the same for the floor and the ceilings. You can see we're here. That's 1, 2, you know, we can see here. And then here's 1 level of ceiling, 2 levels of ceiling, which is actually the floor of the level above it. So if we were to make mine shafts down here the same way, we would see all of these blocks and all of these blocks. The only blocks we wouldn't see, let's see, 2, 4, 4. Only blocks we wouldn't see would be this shaft of 4 blocks right here. If we dig those out, then we end up with a mine shaft that doesn't make any sense. It's like we can't technically see into there, but it's pretty obvious that there's nothing supporting this. You know, and we might get away with it right here, but if we were to do that up there too, it'd be like, what is supporting this? Why is it still working? The game lets you do that because of magic. Minecraft is powered by magic. If you don't believe me, I will show you right now. Minecraft is powered by magic. Behold the amazing floating block. Nothing but magic can explain this block. Why? What is the rule of magic that justifies that? Well, that's hard to say, but I think the rule is that stone doesn't move. Dirt moves, but stone does not move. Well, actually dirt doesn't move either. Sand moves. And I'll show you that later. Sand and gravel are blocks affected by gravity. But these blocks are not affected by gravity. Anyway, so here's our mine shaft. We just changed that a little bit. Looks kind of funny with the one red block right there. Maybe we'll fix that later. But yeah, so we started these mine shafts. We're already finding plenty of minerals. Wonderful. And we're going to have to carve something to fill that hole. So let's do that real quick. Fill it up. We've already been down here long enough that all that stuff that we were cooking in the furnace upstairs is going to be ready. 1, 2, 3, that should be bright enough. Let's take a look. Yeah, plenty bright enough. Let's plug up that hole. All the big sound effects, the game does it for me. Anything else? Nah, we'll come back. Now you can see as I go back up the stairs, we're moving kind of slow. That's the normal speed, that's the sprint speed. It's a little faster, but this is still kind of slow. It's way slower than we were going down, right? So we're going to fix that. We're going to turn that around. And the way we're going to do it, we just baked cobblestone back into stone. That's exactly the same kind of stone that we were just digging up down there. I'm not going to place it, but you can see it in my hand. Looks just like the stone we were digging up down there. And if we want, we can bake it again. Oops, that's the wrong rock. There we go. If we bake it again, we end up with smooth stone. So we have stone, smooth stone. Cobblestone, we bake it into stone. So once we have 3 of these, we can use it to make something that we haven't made before. It'll be pretty helpful. Let's toss something else in there real quick. Let's make a few more. I think 4 will go. We're not really running very low on charcoal. I guess we're not really running low on wood either. Alright, let's see what we can make. We need some iron and some cobblestone. That should about do it. Okay. We've got this full big list of stuff that we can look through. Check it out. Well, that one just popped out at us. How do we make that? Stone cutter. 3 stone, which we had down here. We had 4. And an iron ingot. Now let's just make a stone cutter. That's one of the things we need to make stairs. Well, it is the thing we need to make stairs. Let's put that there, maybe. That doesn't feel like the best spot. I don't think it is the best spot. Let's break that with iron just in case. Let's put it there. Or a little more likely to trip over it. Alright, we found more redstone dust. Now we've got this stone cutter. We can put stone in here, and we can cut slabs, and stairs, and walls. Some of this we can make in the crafting table, but making it in the stone cutter is more efficient. That's what we're going to do. Now we got a couple of other things we can make. We can take a furnace, 3 smooth stone, surround it with iron. We end up with a blast furnace, which to those of you in the know is what is used industrially to make steel, to smelt iron. and so on. It goes even faster. Check this out. Put one here. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, 1,000, 9, 1,000, 10, 1,000. It looks like it took about 10 seconds. Let's get that to work. Alright, let's see how fast it goes in this one. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. Half the time. That's amazing. It doesn't seem like that much right now, but if I had a stack of 60 of those ores to smelt, that would make a difference. That only smelts ores. As you can see so far, all we could make in here is copper and iron. Whereas this one allows us to make some other stuff like glass, deep slate, whatever. But it's getting real dark. Time to sleep before the monsters come out. So we have a few more tools get to work for us. Why don't we let that just stop? You see what happens if you don't let it go up all the way? It starts draining out. Alright. And we've got something else we can make with one stone. We need to go to the stone cutter to make it. Make some stone slabs. And you can see we just got an unlock. And I will tell you what we need for that, because I've made it before. I'll just show it to you. There we go, a grindstone. We can use that to repair some of our tools. I'll show you how that works in a minute. Well, maybe not in a minute, but I'll show you in a little while. Let's put that right there. If that were real life, that wouldn't be a very good spot to put it. But we can put, this isn't going to be a very good example, but if we were to put 2 damaged tools here, we could make one repaired tool with the sum total durability of both tools placed here, plus an additional 5% of the total durability of a new tool added to the tool that will be placed there. And it doesn't look like much right now because that one's full. But if these were both down to a little less than half, this would be almost full. I'll maybe show you that later, but that's how it works. So let's see where we are now. Stairs, that's where we were. We are going to need, we were down at level 5 and we're up at level 66, so that's, should be 65, right? That means we need one of those, and 64 of those, if I count right, which I probably don't. I seem to always be off by 1 when I do this. Do my math wrong. All right. So let's put those down. Just we need to aim at the bottom part of the block. If we aim at the top part of this block, that's fine. If we aim at the bottom half of this block, that's fine. If we aim at the top half of that block, and it inverts it. You can see the stairs are upside down. Well, yeah, upside down. So we're just going to put these down. You remember how slow we were earlier when we came up these stairs. I mean, it wasn't intolerable, but it was kind of slow. We're going to put these down real quick. Missed one. There we go. It takes a couple of minutes, but I think you'll find the results are satisfying. Oh, I did something wrong. Yeah, we're at 5 and I was at 66. Huh. Oh, I didn't do the, yeah. I really did the math wrong, didn't I? Some of you were out there laughing. 66 minus 5 is 61, and I made 65. So we have 4 extras. Oh well, not a big deal. Now watch how fast I go up the stairs. Zoom. Now I'm running. I couldn't run up those rough stairs very easily, but this one, pretty easy. Let's check it out when I go down. Not bad, right? I can probably feel like I'm kind of banging my head, right? It feels like I'm banging my head. So I'm gonna fix the roof of these stairs. I'm just gonna break every edge brick, which is of course going to break all of my torches. We'll just come back down quick as we can and replace them all and hope that we didn't just make a bunch of monsters. That'll be an adventure too, right? And check that out. There's an iron block there. We'll mine that when we come back down. You can hear those skeletons moving around. And that cave that we found the first night, that was the first night, wasn't it? They're still having a party in there. We are going to let them have that party all by their lonesomes, because they don't have the kind of party that we want to be a part of. No sir. Shooting arrows at your guests is no way to treat a guest. And we're almost done. Those ones we're going to dig out with a piece of bread because I don't want to waste tools on it. Alright. That bread is going to be delicious, right? Let's put those torches back in before the monsters have a chance to spawn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boring, right? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, that's pretty neat. If I count right. 1, 2, 3. That one would be like right there if it were in the right spot, I think. Yeah, it'd be right there. Close enough though. Now we can run fast. We can run fast up. We can run fast down. At least as fast as before. We don't feel like we're hitting our heads on the top of the screen. I mean, whatever you want to call this. Top of our stairwell. Let's get that iron out of there. That is not the biggest iron vein in the world. Get it? Got it. Excellent. All right, that's pretty good. Well, we've got a nice staircase. We can move quickly. While we're down here, why don't we grab the rest of these? Not sure it's strictly necessary, but maybe there's something cool I can show you. You may have already guessed what it might be. Involves something that we can do with iron ore that I haven't showed you yet. Alright, that's that mine shaft. At least other than this coal right here that looks like it's going to cut all the way through that wall. Fun worming around through the walls of our mine shaft. We're gonna have to fix it later because nobody wants a big hole to trip in. Now you see those green and yellow experience orbs that I was talking about earlier, last video. They just kind of fly right to you if you're anywhere nearby. Sometimes they take a little while to get to you, but not very long. And while digging out that vein, you see, big deposit of copper. That's how the game generates these mineral deposits. It will roll every so often to replace some of these regular stone blocks, or whatever happens to be there, with stone blocks that have those minerals in them. Can also roll them to replace these slate blocks in similar fashion. You might remember that from the first few videos when we started finding diamond for the first time. We found some diamonds in those deep slate blocks. Alright. Let's just make that nice and neat. Oh, look at that. It broke. Such nice timing. Let's dig that iron out there. So you've been seeing what the early game looks like. I spared you some of the repetitive stuff, but you're kind of getting the full, nearly unabridged treatment. All of these minerals, mostly all of them, we're going to be using pretty soon. Take the iron up and show you a couple of other things you can do with it. Looks like we've mined out everything in all the mine shafts. I just wanted to give you an idea of how rich this level that we're at, just above the bedrock, is. That was not a lot of digging, and we got rather a lot. Coal, iron, redstone dust. And it's turned into night. If I were smart, I would have brought a bed down with me. Hopefully there aren't any monsters up there waiting for us. This video is getting pretty long. Not seeing any monsters. I think we're about to the end of this video, but let me show you a couple of things real quick. If you put iron into that 3x3, you can make blocks of raw iron. You cannot, however, smelt the raw iron. Oops. Ah! Oh, it's an Enderman. Scary monsters. Alright. Well, you can live for now, I suppose. Oh, there's two of them. I'm not sure I can resist that. Alright, change of plans. I'm going to show you how to build an Enderman slaying hut. Hopefully I can get it down fast enough that we can fight these guys. So Endermen are 3 blocks tall. Which means if you build a little overhang It only gives room for two. Oh crap, there's a creeper. Well, maybe more important than how to fight Endermen is how to fight creepers. I'll show you. Hit and run. The only way to fight them. Well, okay, there's other ways to fight them, but I'll let him get out into the water, away from our crops, so he doesn't accidentally blow them up. And he dropped gunpowder. Excellent. Gunpowder is a semi-rare resource, kind of hard to get your hands on. There's a few different mobs that drop it, and none of them are easy to kill. That one's the easiest. If you don't back away fast enough, you die. Alright, well, let's continue making our little Enderman slaying hut, because that's not the last time we're going to run into Endermen. Having it ready when they show up will be good. Oh look, there he is. I'm not going to make him angry at me just yet. Let's make this just a little bigger first. It's 3 by 3. No, it's 3 by 4. So put that there. Now it's big enough. I'd like it to be 1 block bigger though. Oh well, this is big enough. Let's do it. If you look at their eyes, they see you. And they come for you. They make scary noises. They start teleporting everywhere. But when you're under this little overhang, they can't get to you because they're too tall. Hi, Enderman. Whack. Take a bunch of damage. Keep taking damage. Keep trying to get to me. But you can't. Take that. And that. And he's dead. And check this out. He dropped an ender pearl. That's why we kill them. These are pretty rare. They do a couple of different things. We need a bunch of them to go to another place that is certainly not early game. End game is what it is. It's a place called the End where there's a big dragon and it's a pretty dramatic fight. Anyway, we need a bunch of these ender pearls to make the things that we need to find that place, get into that place. But the other thing that it does is if you throw it, it teleports you to wherever it lands. Check it out. Boom, I teleported. I took a little damage because it treats you as having fallen a little ways when you teleport. But that's pretty cool. It lets you teleport just like those Endermen do. I don't know if you saw it. He did teleport a few times since I started talking about him setting up that hut there. Overhang, really. But that will give us a place to fight Endermen. It's short a couple of blocks, but it'll do. Alright, well that was an unscheduled tutorial, as some of these things are necessarily going to be. Let's see where we are. Can't smelt the block of iron. We can smelt the raw iron. I'll let that go real quick. And when it's done, I should be able to show you how to make an anvil. Now you see we've got a whole list of everything here. This top tab here is everything. This tab is just the tools and the equipment. This tab is just blocks of different kinds. It's like, oh look, we can make blocks of raw copper, just like the raw iron. Waxed block of copper, huh? I guess copper oxidizes in the air, so the regular block of copper will probably change colors and the waxed block of copper probably won't. We're going to have fun with that later. Alright, and then this tab gives us signs and fences and barrels, some of the stuff that we can use. They're kind of devices, basically. And then here we have the redstone tab where anything that interacts with redstone circuitry and machinery can be found. These are, well, redstone circuitry is not early game. We're not going to be getting into that, but basically it kind of covers your magical, electrical kind of machinery. So we'll get to that eventually. What do we need to make an anvil? We need 3 blocks of iron and 4 ingots. By now, it is done. Did you see that I got XP there when I grabbed stuff out of the furnace? It's one way to get XP is to bake stuff in the furnace or the blast furnace or a smoker or whatever. You take stuff out, you get XP. That matters because if you want to start enchanting, you need lots of XP. Like, I've got 16 levels. I would need at least 30 levels to make enchantments that I want to start making. Alright, so we can make an anvil, 3 and 4 rather, if you saw that when we were taking a look earlier. Let's put an anvil right there. Clunk. That was loud, wasn't it? I don't know. It was loud to me. I think we're getting to about that time when I should call the video good for now. Let's make another one of those blocks. Because I'm confident we'll find plenty more iron and need those blocks to keep it well sorted in here. You can even make blocks out of diamonds. I think they look kind of cool. You really don't need to turn those into blocks. We're not going to have a stack of diamonds anytime soon. But, alright. In fact, let's just break that. Because we're already out of space. Alright. And 7 in there. Alright, put in there. And that way we can put gunpowder in. Still have room for other stuff. Alright, well, you can see our dark oak trees grew. How are we doing? We got regular oak trees growing, we got jungle trees growing. Pretty much all grew. That one didn't grow. It looks like it got a little choked out. Our sugarcane grew. Melons have started growing. Man, everything is ready already, but this video is getting pretty long, so I think we need to stop it here for now. Well, let's see, what are we going to do in our next video? Well, first we'll harvest all of that stuff, all of this stuff. We'll learn about how that works a little bit. And we'll make some more food. See what we can make out of sugar cane. Maybe we'll chop down all these trees because this place is still too crowded. We need room. We need to be able to see when creepers are coming like they were earlier. We need to be able to see Endermen when they're not right on top of us, scaring our pants off. Endermen are scary if you don't have those little huts to fight them in. It's so fast. They hit pretty hard. Anyway, thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.